one of the questions that came in is really about mindset and how it can kind of get in the way when you don't have it tuned up just right. And so how is it that you can sometimes do for others, you can coach or encourage others or provide a service for others, and they are succeeding from what you might have coached them to do, but somehow you're having trouble doing that for yourself? And how does that happen? You know, one of the things I tell clients is the toughest client, and I will say this to copywriters as well, the toughest client you're ever going to have is yourself. Seriously. When I first got started, it was so hard to write my own copy, to write my own website. It's still like, oh my gosh, I got to write my own stuff now. You know, I can do all this for everybody else. Sometimes I think it's almost like a women's shared experience because we're so used to caretaking. And thank you. Thanks, Paula just posted her questions for today here, so I'll be able to take a look at those in a minute. But you know how they say on a flight, you know, oxygen on yourself first because you can't help anybody else if you can't help yourself. There's something that if you're having that issue with mindset, it's kind of like there's this disconnect between what you know is true, what you know is effective, what you know works for other people. But when you apply it to yourself, there's sort of like this gap between what you know to be true, but it's about some kind of a belief you have about yourself that makes that gap. It makes that space in between those 2 points. And so what I'd encourage anyone that's struggling with that to do is really take a step back and try to put yourself in the position of being your own client. What would I say? And I'm pretty sure that this might be familiar, this term, but I know you don't know the answer, but if you did, what would it be? And so ask yourself that question. I know you don't know the answer, but if I did, what would it be? And how is there this disconnect between belief in oneself and one's ability and being able to give that to others and seeing them do it, but you're still having trouble with it for yourself?